साई न्यूज। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट नैन्सी और आप सभी का मैं स्वागत करती हूं आज स्पेशल प्रोग्राम में। आपको बता दें कि आज के स्पेशल प्रोग्राम में हम यहां पर आपको एक ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बताएंगे जिससे अब घर बैठी महिलाओं के लिए अपने बच्चों की परवरिश करने में काफी आसानी रहेगी। दरअसल हाल ही में एक ऐसी ही टेक्नोलॉजी के लॉन्च पर पहुंची बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस सोहा अली खान, जहां पर सोहा अली खान अपनी पेरेंटिंग को लेकर अपना दर्द भी यहां पर जाहिर करती दिखाई दी। आप देखेंगे किस तरह से यहां पर सोहा अली खान इनाया को लेकर तमाम चीजों का जिक्र कर रही हैं। वो बता रही हैं कि भाई इनाया को पालना इतना इजी नहीं है। आप देखिए कि आखिरकार ऐसी कौन सी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है जिससे आप अब अपने बच्चे को काफी ही अच्छे और काफी ही ज्यादा खूबसूरत तरीके से उनकी पेरेंटिंग कर सकते हैं। क्या कुछ खास है, किस तरह से यहाँ पर सोहा तमाम चीजों का जिक्र कर रही हैं, आप देखिए हमारे इस खास प्रोग्राम में। हाल ही में बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस सोहा अली खान को एडवांस पर्सनल रोबोट फॉर चिल्ड्रन लॉन्च के मौके पर देखा गया, जहां पर सोहा अली खान पेरेंटिंग को लेकर अपना दुख दर्द बताती दिखाई दी। जी हाँ, उनका कहना यही रहा कि भाई पेरेंट बनना इतनी आसान बात नहीं है। जिस तरह से हम यहाँ पर अपने बच्चों के साथ ग्रो करते हैं, वहीं कहीं ना कहीं यहाँ पर सोहा ये अपने दर्द को दिखाती दिखाई दी कि वो जिस तरह से इनाया की देखभाल कर रही हैं वो इतना आसान चीज नहीं है। आप देखेंगे किस तरह से यहाँ पर सोहा अली खान पेरेंटिंग को लेकर अपने दर्द को बयां कर रही है। आप देखिए किस तरह से यहाँ पर टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर भी सोहा तमाम चीजों का जिक्र करती दिखाई दी। तो उन्होंने लेट आने के मौके पर भी सबके सामने सॉरी बोला। क्या कुछ रहा आप देखिए हमारे इस वीडियो में।
दो मैम जा रुकिए। दो मैम सेंटर यहाँ पे जी। थैंक यू थैंक यू
बिल्कुल तो नहीं है।
She is an actress, an author, as well as an alumni of London School of Economics and Oxford. That's a great mix of different mindsets coming into one individual. I would request Mrs. Soha Ali Khan to please come on the stage. How are you? It's so nice. So, over to you, please.
Thank you so much. I have to, of course, firstly apologize for being very, very late today. Everybody asks me, how do you manage, being a working mother, having a young child, having a career, having a social life. And the truth is that I obviously don't manage very well. And it's very difficult to multitask. So you have to forgive me for being late today. And thank you all for being patient and for waiting. I was really excited to come today. Because, what is happening in the world is really very interesting for me as a person, as a user of technology, but most importantly, as a young parent. Really, I've had many challenges in life up until now, but one of the most challenging things that I've ever had to face is to be a parent. And I'm a very competitive person also. Most of my friends will tell you that. So when I'm given something to do, I want to be the best at it. And what more can you be invested in than the development and the growth of your own child? Somebody who's a part of you and that you have this unspeakable bond with, and then, you give birth to her and she's out in the world and you can see her becoming her own person and you know how important your influence is on her. How do you be a good parent? How do you raise a child that is good with the right values? What are the right values? How much control? How much discipline? How much should you let them explore? How much should you teach? How much should you guide? These are things that I wrestle with every day, and everyone has an opinion on it. Often those opinions are contradictory, conflicting, and it can be very confusing. So and especially I think when you are in the public eye, when it's not just me watching Inaaya grow up, but you are all seeing her take her first steps, do her first wave, interact with the media. You know, when she was 3 months, 6 months, you've seen her grow on social media as well. I feel that the pressure is more on me as a parent to deliver those expectations, as well as, you know, at some point she will also be aware that she's in the public eye. There are already people who ask me, you know, what do you want Inaaya to be when she grows up? Do you think that she'll be a sports person like, you know, her grandfather? Maybe she'll be the captain of the Indian women's cricket team. Will she be an actor, given that she's surrounded by so many actors? You know, and it's impossible to answer questions, but I think the one thing that I always turn to is that I don't know what she's going to be, but I want to empower her to be the best at whatever she chooses to be. I want her to have choices in the world. I think that's what empowerment is about. And I just want her to grow into a beautiful person with the right values, whatever those right values are, that we together as a family and a society decide, you know, we want our children to become. One of the most hotly debated subjects when it comes to parenting is, of course, the use of technology. And that's something that, you know, again, as young mothers, young parents, we discuss all the time. How much technology is good for your child to be exposed to. I've had conversations myself with child psychologists and neuroscientists because I am so competitive and I want to know, I want to do everything properly. You know, how much screen time, when is a good time to introduce them to screen time. And I remember having a very interesting chat also with a neuroscientist, for a pediatric neuroscientist, who said, it's not screen time. I said, you know, so many grandparents live so far away from her. So many relatives want to chat with her on FaceTime or WhatsApp video calls, etc. I don't want her to do that because I've been told no screen time at all. And he said, that's not true. What is bad about technology is when it's not interactive with the child. That's what retards the child's development. So FaceTime with the grandparent is good because there's an interaction that's happening. There's a social interaction. There's expressions. It's a two-way conversation. So I thought that was an interesting takeaway. And that's where I thought that I can bend the way that I think and the way that we've been conditioned as new age parents to accept technology into my parenting. Again, I completely appreciate the value of you know, what we're going to see today, the launch. I don't want to give away too much, and I actually don't know too much also because this is an advancement on, you know, the previous model, Miko 1. So I'm also here to learn. But, you know, I think that there's so much wonderful development that's happened, whereby as, again, two working parents in a house, where often when I'm at work and Kunal is at work, I have to leave Inaaya with trusted help. And we're lucky to have that. But how much stimulation is she getting all day when neither of us is around? How much interest is that person taking in showing her books or teaching her about colors and words and the world and, you know, physical exercise, fun, music? Those are things that I want her to be surrounded with at all times, because the early ages of being a child are the most important when it comes to development. But can I give up my job for that? Should I give up my job for that? Those are, again, things that I grapple with. What I love about, you know, what you know, is being developed again. You know, when I learned that there's an Indian tech company that's actually creating that gateway, enabling us to use technology responsibly when it comes to parenting, I was very excited, which is why I'm so happy to be here. This is something that I have seen a little bit of. It's really something that, again, as I stress time and time again, you know, as the households are becoming more and more non-joint and, you know, unitary, it's a wonderful thing to expose your child to, a lot to learn from, such that where you can limit the social content that your child is being exposed to through technology, as well as use it in an interactive way that will foster development. So that's what we're here to say. I'm speaking about it ambiguously also because I know that people have spoken before me. I don't know how much has been said already and how much will be said. But I'm here to talk about how it'll be wonderful and how I'm so grateful that Emotics has come up with something like Miko 1, and how I'm excited to learn about Miko 2, because this is something that I want to introduce Inaaya to and that I know I'm going to be leaning on very heavily. I'm not saying it replaces people. I don't think anything can replace people and family and interaction, but it's something that we can incorporate into our parenting. So I want to congratulate Emotics. I want to congratulate Sneh and his whole team on what they've done. And thank you very much for inviting me here today and making me a part of today. And I can't wait to learn more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I
सो वेल फ्रेंड्स, आपने देखा यहाँ पर स्पेशल प्रोग्राम जहां हम बात कर रहे हैं न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर। आपने देखा यहाँ पर सोहा अली खान खूबसूरत अंदाज में दिखाई दी, मगर ये एक चीज को नोट किया गया और वो ये था कि यहाँ पर सोहा थोड़ी परेशान होती दिखाई दी। यानी कि कहीं ना कहीं वो जब अपने दर्द को बयां कर रही हैं कि भाई एक बच्चे की परवरिश करना इतना आसान नहीं होता, क्योंकि माँ को भी हर दिन ग्रो करना पड़ता है। बच्चा जिस तरह से हर दिन बढ़ता है उस तरह से ही माँ भी हर दिन बढ़ती है। ऐसे में आपने देखा किस तरह से यहाँ पर न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर भी जो तमाम चीजें हमने यहाँ पर दिखाई और बताया कि आखिरकार सोहा अली खान कितनी ज्यादा इनाया को लेकर परेशान है। और आपने ये भी जाना कि जो नई टेक्नोलॉजी मार्केट में आ गई है वो वाकई ही काफी ज्यादा एडवांस है। फिलहाल आज के इस प्रोग्राम में बस इतना ही। हमें दीजिए इजाजत, मगर तब तक के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।